What's good, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Big Ticket. I'm your host, Vic3, and I'm joined by my great co-host, Jerrylee from the Backyard Birds podcast. How we doing today, buddy?
Doing good, man. You know how it is. Another
Yeah,
beautiful
man,
weekend. Ready
it
to get
is.
this thing on.
If you're in the Northeast area like me, you had a perfect spring day in the morning, and in the afternoon, it just winter came out of nowhere.
Right? That shit was crazy. It was like a big wall of snow came over, and my house was like blowing up. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy, bro.
Did you get those alerts also? I just kept on getting alerts like every 15 minutes of the storm.
I didn't get any alerts, but my son had my phone buried, and but my house was blowing like back and forth, man. It's like crazy.
Yeah, man, it was wild. But let's get into it, man. Today we are joined by not one, but two great Eagles content creators. We'll be joined by my guy Rock, One Trey Rock, and also Gio from 215. Gio's been on here before, so let's welcome on. What's going on, Gio? How we doing?
Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Thanks for having me again. You already know it's a pleasure working with you guys. You guys is electric. Especially the next guest, One Trey Rock, man. It was always a pleasure, getting on his show one time. I wanted to work with him again, so I'm excited that he's on here too as well.
Yeah, it's the first time him being on the show. So without further ado, let's bring on my guy, One Trey Rock. What's good, Rock? How we doing tonight?
It's good, y'all. I mean,
My boys.
it's a
Yeah, man.
beautiful,
Going
it's a
on.
beautiful day. I mean, the wind out there gusting. I don't know what's going on. I'm scared to go outside. Might blow me away or something. But I mean, it's cool in here. I mean, we about to get into this.
Yeah, man.
Mary
It's
Poppins
been
that
wild.
shit.
Yeah, the
All
weather
you
was
gonna see
wild
is
today.
a pair of ones flying around in the air.
Right?
You're gonna
Oh
see some
man,
wings outside. There's a lot of wings outside floating about.
Get some weight on them Jordans, man.
That's it.
this weather crazy.
Hey, let's
Yeah.
shout out to the people up in the chat. BLSG, my guy. What's good? Saying what's up to all the fellas over here. He's a loyal subscriber. Also, we got Further Am. Thank you, sir, for coming through.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, man. Like, the season's over. We came into a position where we didn't think we were going to be in. This was a young team this season who had a lot of ups and downs. And through it all, they ended up making a playoff appearance. Although, it was a one and done, but, the Eagles did what they had to do. They showed out throughout the season. They showed some improvement. What do you all think about this season as a whole? I'll start off with you, Trey Rock. What did you think from the beginning to the end, and how do you think this is going to turn out going forward?
I mean, like you said, it was an up and down season. I mean, a lot of good, a lot of bad. I mean, we seen the potential of this football team. I just feel like certain areas we got to get a little bit older. Certain areas we got to get a little bit younger. Like for instance, I feel like we got to get younger on defense, man. We
Mm.
got to. A lot of contracts that shouldn't be there. How we gonna have to shake and maneuver? I mean, try to get this thing right because our offense is a bunch of babies on there, except for our offensive line. So you can't be old on one side and young on the other side. That really was our weakness this year. We didn't have a lot of experience on offense, and I feel like we had a little bit too much experience on defense. So I mean, overall the season it was fine. The season was fine to me, man. It was what I expected it to be. I didn't expect us to make the playoffs and stuff like that, but I mean it's what you expected to be with a football team that in the situation we was in. Um,
True,
Yeah,
man. It was crazy this season, man. Like I agree with you. Like, and I sat there and I thought about it for a little bit, Vic, because me and you, we gave Gannon a lot of guff. You know what I mean? Like, but after sitting there thinking about it, like he didn't really have much to work with. Like I mean, he had Slay and a couple of the guys, but we had no edge rushers really. I mean, Brandon Graham fell out early. I mean, and that was pretty much it, man. We got a couple guys that stuck up for the linebackers. But yeah, but when it comes down to it, he didn't really have much to work with. So we'll see what's going to happen this next season.
Yeah, we will. We will. Gio, my God, what are your thoughts on the Eagles this season?
Yeah, just going back to what Jerry said, I just feel as though defense was overworked too much. Gannon didn't really have nothing to work with. I mean, you had Slay putting on one of his best years, period, of his career, his ninth year, being like the shutdown cornerback that he was. What was it? He was graded on PFF 27.9. Like as far as like the yards he was giving up, like that's a
Mhm.
lot. Like as far as like one issue that we had going in this season, as far as the opposing defensive back, bro, that's what we needed. We needed that, and if only we could build on it during the draft. We need young players. We need to be young on both sides, not on one side.
Mm.
Especially the linemen being older, bro. Like we got to start. I'm as far as like going into next year, bro. We gotta have to start working on alignment right now. I mean, we got young cats like Sel Malu, which I think had one of his best career like years this career, which he led only one quarterback hurry, and no sacks and
Yeah.
whatnot. And then he was really good on the zone run defense. I mean, the zone run blocking scheme. Dude was like lights out as far as he could take it the next level, bro. I think if you give him another year or two, he could take it to Kelsey level, bro. Like he could go down that them yards and get them additional yards for us and whatnot. But like I said, that's just the only thing that we lack on. And as far as like going in offense, the offense was okay. We just needed that big body receiver, somebody that could take the slot, not take the hit, or get that jump ball. As far as the above the rim ball, as
Hmm.
far as Hurts works on that accuracy, bro, and we get that receiver, we solid, bro. We're golden.
Yeah. We need some pieces. And with that being said, um, listen, we all know that the man that puts everything together is Howie Roseman. We had our ups and downs with him also. We seen him make some moves that we were happy for. We seen him make some moves that we were still scratching our heads about.
Mm.
But all in all, right now he's our GM. But Howie resigned an extension back in 2018. When we had our then coach, Doug Peterson. Both of them came in. They were supposed to be a tandem. They were supposed to do their thing until this season. Now, how would you say since his re-signing in 2018, how would you rate Howie Roseman's performance and how he's done for this team? Rock, I'll start it off with you.
This is a good question, man. Howie Roseman's performance since 2018. I mean, I feel like this year really was Howie's best work. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This was his best work, man. That's
Yeah.
because he knew really his I ain't gonna even say his job was on the line because no matter what happens, like in all reality, we could cry, scream about it. Howie Roseman gonna be here. So he gonna be here. I just need Howie to get back to that GM of the year type Howie Roseman. And I mean he started it off good. Getting the Devontae Smith, Landon Dickerson, he made up for a lot of his mistakes that he made up. That's I can say that he made up for a lot of his mistakes that he made this year. And plus, I mean, with this offseason right here, he set us up in the best position to succeed. So, I mean, I can't really be too mad at how I don't like a lot of the moves he made. I mean, prior years, but I feel like he redeemed himself for the most part this year. Now we got to see I mean, how he going to attack this all season? I mean, how we going to go about deploying these first round draft picks? I mean, well, we got 6 draft picks in the top 60. So, I mean, if Howie Roseman could make some magic happen in this draft and add some key free agents, I feel like we'll be a dominant team this year. It's just all how he work it though. I mean, Howie Roseman got to stop getting in his own way. He got to take the best player available. You got 3 first round draft picks. Take the best player available. All 3 picks. Don't trade none. Don't. We need all these guys. We need all these guys to contribute this year. So, I mean, I feel like I mean at this point in his career, he's kind of figuring out that he can't do it himself. Like I can't do it myself. I gotta listen to my scouting department. I gotta listen to the team, the coaches. I mean, I feel like he's getting to that point in his career. So I mean, hopefully, I mean, we looking towards the future. Hopefully, Howie Roseman can, I mean, turn this team back around because we not too far. I mean, we not too far. We damn near had 10 wins this year. So I feel like all we gotta do is stack on that.
Yeah, if he relaxed a little bit and didn't clinch onto his job so tight, I think he would do a better job if he did use, the scouting department, like you said. You know what I mean? I really believe that. But yeah, I mean, it seemed like his butthole was clenched real tight with that job, because he got set in the corner.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I think he did do his best job this last season for real though. I mean you can't really complain about what we got.
I mean, yeah, he
Yeah,
always had. I mean, as far as like we already know the situation with that pick, but
yeah,
as far as that, he did make up for some of the mistakes with Devontae Smith and Landon Dickerson, like Trey said. You got to think about it too. Them draft picks are important. I mean, I know, Rock. You said don't trade, but what if it come down to the situation on that first pick that they had to trade up just to go get the player that they want and want? We got Jason Kelsey back. I don't see them getting a line. I don't see them getting a lineman in that first pick. I literally see them getting a corner.
No, 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 no. They're getting an edge, bro.
They got to get an edge.
They're getting an
You know
edge
what? Because like,
rusher. That first
well, when
pick's
we
gonna
going
be an
later,
edge.
you see
It's
why.
Howie.
You see why I got the edge going to the
yeah.
third one, the
I'll
third
put
pick.
$100 on that, dude.
That they pick an edge
Ooh,
first.
They get an edge first. I put $100 on it.
I mean, but
it's
even
spicy.
If anybody
even
wants to
with
shake
saying
that
that,
hand,
even with saying that though, Gio, who like explain to me a little bit like how far you because well we at
What one?
15.
I would
So
say
if a
one
say
spot. If
like
it's
I
two,
know this
no.
won't happen, but say God forbid, say like a Kyle Hamilton falls to like number 11 or something. You going up to get him?
Yeah,
yes.
I would. I would definitely.
I would too. I would too. But it's
But
like,
Howie's not.
yeah, Howie not. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Howie's
saying.
not going up to
He,
get him, man.
I
I
don't know, man,
promise
but
you
like
he
like I
won't.
said, remember who was it that chewed his ear out this draft for not doing that, picking that dumb mistake? Like I guess he's gonna go in and start doing his own thing now. I don't
Yeah,
think
he
so no
gone
more.
now. He gone.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because if it's his last year, this is literally his make it or break it year. Like he can't
Yeah.
not mess up in his draft or free agency. Like we need
Well,
that
You're right.
aggressive Howie Roseman back. Not that
that,
one. I'm a just nitpick this guy just because you know what I mean. Because I see him trending all over the internet, or I'm gonna just get this guy over here just because he said this amount of records on college. It's a whole different ball game when you come to the NFL, bro. You
definitely,
can't always go by
definitely.
college stats like that.
Yeah, and we seen what happens when we do that because Jairus Whiteside is a perfect example. Uh, what you call it, Derek Barnett, another perfect example of what college stats mean in college and what they translate in the NFL. Sometimes they don't mesh. But Gio, you lead me to my next question, and that is, how would you rate Howie Roseman's choices in free agency? We've seen Brandon Gannon. We've seen the moves he's made to get us to Super Bowls. But we also seen the moves he's made to spend a third round pick for a 1 year rental. So all in all, what would you say? I'll start off with you, Gio. How would you rate Howie Roseman's choices in free agency?
And we're talking from like 2018 on or this year.
From his side in 2018 to now. That's what we're gonna rate Howie on all day.
Oh man, the only one that I could say that he really did good as far as the pickups was the Hargrave pickup and the damn Darius Slay pickup. Honestly,
But you
Mm,
got
that's what
Timmy
I think.
Jernigan too. Timmy Jernigan was out there.
Oh yeah. That's one name that just blew my mind or whatever. Like just flew out.
You got
Um,
the Blunt and the Jai move.
yeah, Blunt,
the guy.
JHI. I
Oh, so we're
mean,
going
yeah.
back to the Super
Uh,
Bowl era.
That was
yeah, that's
17 though.
that was
That,
Yeah, that
17.
was
Yeah.
Oh,
all
yeah,
over
seventeen.
true,
Yeah,
true,
17.
true,
yeah,
true, 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 true. That's how
yeah.
we got the
So
context. So yeah,
no,
we gotta
I'm just
exclude
coming
that. We
like
gotta exclude that.
now. I don't know, dude. I would just rate them two picks. Honestly, that was good. And when I did like the whole Tay Godwin pickup too as well. I was a big
Hmm.
fan of him, but like I said, we'll see on that one. But those pickups, I don't know. I gave him like a C. If anything, it was like a C minus, honestly, just because of the Darius Slay or whatever. But we didn't fill out that linebacker position that we really needed or whatever. That's what we was missing. There was a couple of linebackers that I knew that it was on either on the trade block that teams was getting rid of, and it was a free agent, and we didn't even do nothing. I forgot who was the linebacker at the time. Von Miller. We could aggressively got him.
Hopkins, that was another guy we
Yeah.
missed out. Yeah, Ramsey, another guy we missed out on.
Hmm.
Yeah, but all in all, do you think that Golden Tate fiasco did that bring down that rating a lot, or was just that you gonna leave that as a 1 year blip?
It was just that one year that it was just him getting that touchdown in that playoff game to take us to the next level to the Saints game. That's it, bro. That's all he did for
Yeah,
us.
Tate. If they would have used him different, I think he would have been a lot better of a player. You know what I mean? That they just didn't use him right. I really think that
Yeah.
because Tate was really good. The previous year. You know, I,
Yeah, they
Rob,
didn't
what do you
utilize they
think?
didn't utilize him like the way the Lions did.
Well, I think they utilized him a lot that year because they kind of had him
They just
basically as a
expected too
crutch.
much out of him.
Yeah, I think that's what it was too. And
Yeah,
the fact that they were aggressive in free agency to pick up that contract.
right.
We just basically thought no one was going to sign him. He'll call back. But
Yeah, I
Rock,
just figured that he did that play for us in the playoffs. That's literally what he did, bro. That was all he was good for that year. That's it, bro.
yeah,
Thank you. Move
that's
on.
all. That's all. But yeah, Rock, let me get your thoughts. What do you think about how would you rate Howie Roseman and his free agency choices since 2018?
I mean, I got to piggyback off what y'all saying. We really haven't brought it since 2018. A lot of like free agents that really contributed to nothing, except for like Darius Slay and Hargrave. So I mean, but I mean that's it's hard to say because when you some dudes thrive on some team and then come to yours and they don't play the same. So that's kind of hard to see. We can't really blame that on Howie. It's like he brought him here with a vision and then I mean he didn't live up to it. So I mean it's hard. There's a lot of dudes out there we could have got though, like you said. Like
They his picks
Nuke
though.
Hopkins. There's a lot of dudes out there we could have got, but everybody, you can't get everybody. It's like shit. Like
Sure.
I mean, somebody gonna outbid you. And Von Miller was going to L.A. He said, "Man, listen, they coming to no
Yeah,
Philly. I'm going to L.A. I'm going where
it's
it's
all
nice at.
location. So I
He didn't
noticed that
spend all that
lately it's
time
been
in
all
Denver. It's
location too,
cold as
bro.
hell up there. He like, I'm going to L.A. and get this chip." So I mean, there's a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure Howie Roseman be putting his face in a lot of them trees, but he just don't be hitting on them. I mean, that's the NFL. That's NFL life. So I
The
can't. I
other
don't know. I don't know really know how to answer that question. It's like, I mean, we only got 2 solid free agents out of them whole 3 years, 4 years. So I mean, I guess that's bad. I guess that's bad. I don't know.
Well, the other problem is too that like he holds on to there's one contract for too long and then adds on to him. You know what I mean? He extends them. You know that is a problem that he had after the Super Bowl, and that's what got us in a little bit of a bind.
Yeah,
Paying
it
Alshon
really
Jeffries
did.
all that goddamn
Yeah.
money.
Yep. That's the one I was talking about mainly.
But now when you think about it, it's like all of Howie's good moves, let's be honest, all his great moves were done before re-signing. When he got that opportunity after Chip Kelly came back, Howie was working. He was working hard. He earned, to be re-signed. He earned that extension. But after that, just speaking in reference to free agency, I don't think, he really did much to the Gowan move was pretty good, but we have yet to see how that's going to work out. Gowan hasn't even really played that well. He did go out his way to get Vincent, but again, that's another guy we don't know how it's going to work out. He didn't play that much either. We've seen what he did with Eric Wilson. He was gone before the season was over. Now Harris stayed. That was a pretty good move. But all in all, when you look at just for this season, I'm just thinking for this season, Howie only got what a 25% success rate. It's not looking too
And,
good.
and that's what scares me going into the draft. Honestly, bro. That's like you got all the cards and chips dealt with you right there. That's like all right. So that's like saying, bro, you got $5 million and you got three choices to which one, what you're gonna do with it. How you gonna spread
Mhm.
it around? This is your money shot. Like you can't
The money shot.
you can't get this wrong, man. You can't.
Bow chicka bow
Yeah.
bow.
Tell me, like literally, when is the next time the Eagles gonna literally get three picks in the first round, bro?
Yeah,
This is his check,
it's a
bro. Like
rarity.
you
It's
literally
a
got to hit
rarity.
gold on this one.
Hey, let's go to this question right quick. I think it's pretty cool. We'll just go off the topic right quick. Let's hit this up. It says, who right now are the top three GMs? Who
Right
would you
now,
say right now?
Snead got to be one of them. Les Snead got to be one of them because he for doing the balls he moved that he gave him all them picks and he wrote that F them pick shirt on in the pro like literally, bro. Like you just gave away your whole chips and you got all them players and got the bow, but now you're stuck with this whole cap break going on. So he's got to fix on that. But I give him that because they won the bow. Um,
We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? He's gonna have to finagle that thing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
He got to fix it now.
Hey, yeah, I would say also you got to think about this season. It's always, you'll sacrifice everything you can just to win the Super Bowl. But now we got the Super Bowl. What is that sacrifice going to cost the Rams now?
A lot.
Can it?
a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna cost them years.
A lot.
If he doesn't go about it right, it's gonna cost them everything.
Well, I'll say this. I think the entire NFL is focused on the Rams because if they have another good season, and I'm not saying this is going to happen, but say they just reach the Super Bowl, there are going to be teams that emulate that.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to start looking more like the NBA. You know what I mean?
Right.
How it was before in free
Super
agency. They're
teams.
just, yep, exactly. That's what you're gonna start seeing. But Trey, oh, I'm sorry, Gio, you didn't. You got less Snead. You got still two more. Who do you got?
Um, Khan from I don't know his first name. I think it's Saeed Khan from
Shah Khan.
Jaguars.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Isn't
Him
he an owner?
for the Doug Peterson move.
Well, no,
He's
I
the
think that
owner,
was
isn't
He
he?
the
Dallas.
owner
I
though.
think
He
Oh,
not
he
the
the
Shad,
owner.
The
Oh
GM.
owner.
no,
He the
I thought he was
owner.
the
Yeah.
Shad,
GM
Shad
too.
Khan's the
He
owner.
the
Trent
owner.
Balak is the GM over
Oh,
there.
okay, yeah, yeah.
That's
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
obviously
it's
So
obviously.
It's Jacksonville owner.
yeah, so I got Steelers GM, and then because of the Brian Flores move, that was a big move for TJ Watt actually,
Hey,
and
we'll
and
hit that one up a little bit
yeah,
because that was in the chat also.
yeah, and Jaguars GM man for picking up Doug Peterson man, and he's gonna turn Trevor Lawrence.
49ers. 49ers GM.
You talking about John Lynch?
Yeah, John
Mm-hmm.
Lynch, he's been making some moves.
Let's see what we're gonna
And
do with Jimmy G.
yeah, that I think if he flips it, John Lynch, you got to talk about it. He doesn't really go out his way to get flashy players. Yeah, he got the left tackle, but there was a situation in Washington, so he got it for a good price. But other than that, he stuck to the draft. He hasn't really focused on free agency, and they've been to the Super. They've been close to the Super Bowl. They've been contenders in those playoffs.
They've
John
been
Lynch is
hitting more often than they miss. I know
Yeah.
that.
yeah, yeah.
And they
And
got
you
a
So
whole
got
it'll be
young team over
Bosa.
there too.
I mean, that guy. They got some big pieces over there.
Yeah.
Debo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, they got a lot of pieces
Yeah.
over there that are nice.
Debo,
And they're gonna have
Ayuk,
some. They're gonna
got
have some
Brandon
more
Ayuk,
with this Jimmy G. You know.
Mozart. Yeah,
the draft too.
I mean they all young. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They all young. It's
Debo, a monster, man.
yeah.
Rock, who would you say
Nice.
are your top three GMs in the league right now?
I gotta go. I'm gonna start off in Buffalo. I love the way they built that team, man. That
Mhm.
Buffalo Bills team. I mean, all the
Yeah.
talent they brought over there, talent they drafted. They put the right mix into it. It's like it's not too many. I mean, it's not too many dudes that's making a whole lot of money, and there's a lot of dudes in the draft that's contributing. So I like the way Buffalo running the ship over there. Um, Damn, that's hard. I'm gonna have to go Dallas. I'm not even gonna lie, I gotta go Dallas because
Hmm. They're in cap hell though, bro.
they be killing it in the when
They do.
they really don't miss in the draft. I don't know
You're
how
right.
they do it, but they literally don't miss in the draft. Everybody they bring in from the draft contributes to their team, like
Let me
from
ask you a question. Since you said
round one to
Dallas,
round 7.
who you giving credit to? Is it what I'm saying, the old man or the son?
I'm giving it to the Sun because Jerry Jones. I gotta give it to Steven because Jerry, man. Jerry make off the wall picks. That's not Jerry's mind in that draft. So yeah, I gotta get that one to Steven. So I'm gonna go Buffalo, Dallas, and damn, Kansas City. We'll go Buffalo, Dallas, and Kansas City, man.
Yeah,
Um,
those are solid picks. Solid picks.
I,
Jerrylee, you got three?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I got the 49ers. The Colts GM. Colts GM is good. Besides Carson Wentz. And who else am I gonna say? I gotta give it to Howie Roseman, bro. I'm gonna give it to Howie Roseman.
I would get a little closer. That's pretty good. And who's your last one?
Colts, 49ers, and Howie Roseman.
Okay, okay, awesome, awesome. Yeah, for me, I'm gonna have to say Kansas City GM, just because. Yeah, I understand the defense is a little weak. I think that they're gonna get it back, rebound, but just the contract situation that they were able to do, how they were able to sign Patrick Mahomes early. It was a big contract. It is something that it was somewhat team friendly when you really look at it. It is a very team friendly deal. They have opt out. That's something a lot of people don't talk about. Kansas City has an opt out clause in there, but I think they maneuvered well. Cleveland,
How
Andrew
much are they
Berry.
paying? How much are they paying him a year though?
I think Patty got a 10-year, 120,
Let's tell you right now. Hold
20,
on.
or no,
I thought it
500
was more
million
than
dollar
that.
contract. Yeah, it was 500 million, but I think it's like 12 years.
mm-hmm.
So they give him like 35. How they make it up? It's like 35. So it's kind of reasonable when you look at everything. I forgot how they did it, but he ends up making like 35, 34 years, which
Y'all
isn't
know
that
they
bad.
could. Y'all know they could avoid that at the 5 though, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a team friendly because
It's
the team
team
got a way of
friendly.
getting out of it. So yeah, I got to give it to Andrew Berry, Cleveland. What he's done since he's been there, aside of the Baker Mayfield fiasco, that team looks like it's primed to
Yeah, the Browns. Yeah.
I'd have to give it to him over the years. And lastly, I'm gonna have to Tampa. They have a good team going forward. They can still build up, even though they lost Tom Brady. The fact is, they got Tom Brady for that time. They
They're gonna
did
lose
what
Gronk too.
they're going to lose Gronk, but they still could go through that draft. I like what they've done. The linebacking core is ridiculous. That backfield, all that was done through the draft. Tom Brady was the only splash in free agency, and he's been there for what 8 or 9 years. So that whole team, everything that's been going
He
on,
brought
that's
he
all
brought
that
some
draft.
players over there.
Yeah, so that would be my
Bro, I
top
want to
two.
give a shout out to Levante David for real, man, because he been with that organization his whole career through all the losing seasons and stuff like that. He really one of them players that deserved that Super Bowl, man.
Yeah, really
Everybody
did.
else was booked, but he was there. He was a diehard over there. He could have left a million times, and he
Hey,
stayed.
let me ask you both real quick. We've heard today the Steelers signed Brian Flores to be their linebacking coach. What do you think of that signing? I'll start with
Mm.
you, Trey.
So how this gonna work out though? Because all the stuff he got going on, I mean, fighting against the NFL and all. You think he gonna have a job for long? I'm not sure.
They can't
I
fire
think
him.
I think with the Roonies, one of the reasons why they signed him is to show like they know what happened was wrong. They got his back. You're the linebacker. That's why he's not like a defensive coordinator. He does have a position. But let's be honest, the linebacking coach isn't on top tier in the coaching.
No, I think
So
it's
he
like a
has
slap
some.
to the face. To be honest with you.
Well, like
Not
I said,
really.
I think it's to give him a job, to keep his name relevant. He's
Hmm.
still, working, and at the same time, it's not a job where you have to focus all your attention. Yeah, I'm not trying to say
It's
it's not
true.
that serious,
It's
but it
true.
gives him time to deal with the NFL and still have a job. And like I said, it still keeps his name out there. I think what the Steelers did was awesome. And
I
let's
like
be
it.
honest,
Yeah, I love
Brian
it.
No,
Flores
I
as
like
your
it, but at the
linebacking
same
coach.
time,
Anytime you get a head coaching experience in one of your position coaches, that's awesome. You know what I mean? Anytime you look at it, that's going to be a great position coach. But Gio, let me get your thoughts on it.
As far as the side with the whole investigation and everything, he's gonna make a great coach out there. I always know Steelers always built linebackers, bro. They was always known for linebackers and they safeties out there. Um, that's a great pickup, man. Honestly, T.J. Watt is gonna be a monster. I mean, you
Yeah.
giving him that that dude's a force, bro. You giving him Brian Flores over there, and then they pick up an additional piece in the draft. And sky's the limits for that team, bro. It would be like one of them dominant defenses.
Yeah.
I just hope for the fact that he does have TJ Watt, they don't make it seem like what he does is as good as it is because it's like, oh, you already have a superstar. It would be
right?
easy for to keep up that production because you have TJ Watt. I'm hoping that with this opportunity, he shows out and is able to get a head coaching job. But we all
Yeah,
know that basically it's kind of like you got to start over again. He'll go
yeah.
from this. Hopefully, he can get a defensive coordinator job and then go back to head coaching.
Hmm.
Coming
Hopefully,
from the head coaching job to a linebacker coach.
Yeah,
Oh,
that hurts. That hurts. That's what I was saying, man. It feels like a smack to the face to me. I mean,
yeah.
I wish he would have got a head coaching job. You know what
but
I
I
mean?
think, like I said, I think the
But
Steelers
at
were
the same
looking out for
time,
him.
But if Brian Flores had that, bro, if you ever watched the Dolphins game, that defense looks so good, bro.
mhm,
Like it looks so like the timely blitzes, the disguising and all that. He really
very
like
crisp.
a defensive genius. So I mean, if anywhere you stick him at on the defensive side of the ball, it's gonna show.
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
so, I mean, it ain't really too bad. I mean, you get to stay out the spotlight a little bit more. I mean,
they
focus
need
on
him
what
on
you
that
got going on off
defense.
the field. Yeah, it's
I was about
crazy.
to
It's
say
crazy.
that defense is going to be a whole lot scarier next season.
You know, that whole team's going to be a lot better next season because they have him on there. You know, he's going to have the ear of the coach. You know what I mean?
Let
Mm-hmm.
So
me bring this up to your attention too. Like,
because
Yeah,
that's like having two head coaches on your team, dude. You know what I mean? And he can take a lot of responsibilities.
well,
yep.
that's what I'm saying. Like, you do got two head coaches there. Well, what if that's him opening the position for him to get the head coaching job when Mike Tomlin
It's not.
retires?
You know,
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Mike Tomlin
that
is
is
what?
very interesting.
This will be his
That's a good
17th
take.
season.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I understand he's still young, but listen, I'm 40. He's still young. He's still out here doing our thing. But, after 17 seasons, time might be up. Again, it all depends on what he wants to do. But if that move should be made, hey, Brian Flores would be a great replacement for Mike Tomlin.
Moving
I wouldn't,
on
I
up.
wouldn't argue with that. But
Wasn't Tomlin was underneath of what's his name?
Leslie Frazier.
Leslie Frazier.
Yep, in
Oh, you
Minnesota.
talking about
Minnesota?
He was
How
a
you talking about
linebacker.
Lovey Smith?
I thought he was in the Pittsburgh organization before he got that job. No.
No, he was the linebackers coach in Minnesota and
In
got
Minnesota, and
defensive
then he became the
coordinator.
head coach.
Yeah, he
Okay.
was a linebackers coach, defensive coordinator. And when he was with that one season with Frazier, Frazier got fired. Got moved on to Pittsburgh. And he had a great interview and got the job.
Okay.
But let's get back to our Eagles. And, we're in the discussion of Howie Roseman. And the draft is, coming along. We're going to get the combine coming soon. We all know the new rules. I don't know if you all heard, but apparently now the combine participants have to be put in a bubble. We're going back to the bubbles. For the NFL, they see that, this combine is very important. They don't want anyone getting sick. We all know that's not the reason. They want to make sure all the players are involved so that way cameras can have their stars. We get it.
Right.
It's money. But going forward, speaking on Howie Roseman, what is your confidence level in Howie going into this draft? Rock, I'll start off with you.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm kind of scared, bro. I'm kind of scared. Like, I mean, you shouldn't be scared in this position because I mean, you got everything set up for you to succeed. It's just I'm scared because the mind of Howie Roseman, man. It's like I got him turning out two good, probably two good players out of this first round, but that last one always be questionable. Like, what made you make that pick? And then we see dude for like 2 or 3 years and then he out the league. Like, I mean, it's just at this point you can't miss on this draft at all. Like, you can't,
This is his
especially with
job on the line.
like especially with your positioning and stuff. That's why I said you gotta pick the best player available. If it don't work out, it don't work out. But at least you tried to grab the best player available. He just wasn't a good player. But you can't do some off the wall stuff like go to Stanford and draft the JJ Arthega Whiteside when there's other dudes sitting right there that's more solid picks. So
Mhm.
I mean, it scared me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie, it scared me. I'm a little anxious to see what's gonna happen, but at the end of the day, this Howie job on the line. It's not mine. So I'm cool. I mean, that's on him.
Yeah. But this is our team, though. It's funny about that JJ Arcega Whiteside pick because I looked at him in the draft. When they were that draft was around, and I actually wanted him. But after we got him, like when he picked him, like I didn't expect him to pick him there. You know what I mean? But I was just like, "Fuck, no, dude." And then after he played, it's like, "Damn, dude, you got to
You
go."
gotta look at the competition too. It's like
Yeah.
Stanford don't really play too many dominant teams. I mean, unless they're going up against like Oregon, and Oregon not really the same no more either. Washington always got dogs over there, but it ain't really too much competition over there where they play at. So, and then they playing at 10 o'clock at night. Nobody really watching them. So, I mean, because they on the West Coast. So, I mean, it looked good from afar, but if you ever really watch the football game, you like this dude really not. He only got one trick. All you can do is run straight and go up and catch the football. He's not
Yeah,
fast at all. I mean, and he don't even do that. That was his strength, and he can't even do that in the NFL. So, I mean, if you read between the lines, you would have knew JJ was a bad pick. But I mean, I know they got into it a little bit deeper than me, and they seen it too. So, I mean, that's bad. That's bad GMing right there, bro. It's bad GMing. No matter how
you
you
got to
try to
listen to your
flip it.
scouts.
Definitely. Yeah, man. When you substitute speed for height, it don't work out. They had Arthego Whiteside in the mold of an Alshon Jeffrey, and they thought because he was Pac-10 leader in touchdowns, and I think it was 50-50 balls he led also. He had a ridiculous record. But when you look at it, the reason why he was so proficient at it is because he was pretty much used only in red zone.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why he was so proficient at it. If they would have seen, got a player that had all around talent, and listen, if JJ Arthego Whiteside was picked by the Eagles, say in the fourth or fifth, we wouldn't have a problem. There would be
That's
no
right.
issue. There would be
That's
no
right.
outcry. But the fact that he was a second round pick, that's what we're just looking at him crazy. Till to this day, we are still scratching our heads.
Yeah. I mean, when there's other players on the board too, you know what I mean? Like, yo,
Yeah,
That's
it's
Howie
wild.
Roseman outsmarting himself again.
Yeah, always
Yeah,
outreaching. He's always reaching for picks, bro. That's the way that's why I'm scared too, going in this one. Only got like a little bit of confidence, bro, because like I said, we got them 3 picks in the beginning, but bro, we known Holly for reaching in these picks. We seen them did it with Marcus Smith, Andre Dillard, who else? We got JJ Arthega
Marcus,
Whiteside.
Marcus
We
Smith
got
was
a
another
whole
one.
list,
dude,
bro, that he
I
passed
really
by.
hope he I really hope he's on social media or his son's on social media telling him who to fucking pick. Like for real. Like you go on social media, you see Eagles fans, dude. You know who you got to pick.
Right, but you know what? You know what's crazy? Like as far as it, you think that Jeffrey Lurie's son is like also getting the inputs on this too? Because as far as it, you know how the owners are, they passing it down. He's been in the draft. He's been at the scouting reports as well with his dad and Howie Roseman. Do
The
you think
problem
like
with
he's
his
like the one
son,
handling all the like the media, like as far as like seeing who's getting picked, like all that backdoor stuff? You know, because there's teams though that have like these smart cats. They just look in the internet and they look. And then these teams pick it back into their front office, and they end up picking these dudes because of a he say she say of a football genius that's in the bench that got nothing to do with like reporting anything, bro.
Didn't we pick? I don't remember who it was, but then they said they picked a player just because of the way his name sounds. Do you remember
I
that?
hope
But
not.
that's what I'm saying, bro. That was
I
for the
hope
reach.
not.
Yeah, and I know who it was, bro. You know
who
what's
I
crazy?
knows?
Because
remember that.
I
Yo, we
had
got a
talked
player
AK
because of
about that.
how his name sounded like someone's kid or someone, whatever, thought his name was fun and they picked him. Like those are some wild
Maybe that was
stories.
Rager.
I don't know who it was, but those are some wild stories. Like I really hope those are just false. I
I
really hope
hope
people
that
just tell
ain't
us all
happening,
fair.
bro. I hope
Because
that
like
ain't
to be
happening.
honest with you, I honestly did not know Jeffrey Lurie had a son up till like earlier this week.
I didn't either.
Like
Yeah,
I didn't know
really,
anything. I didn't know about that story that
dude.
he picked
He's
JJ. That's wild to me.
he's analytic, dude. Like he is big time in the analytics. Like that's what he
Yeah,
goes to
this dude is
college for.
analytic.
So
He's a
having
football
him
nut,
as
bro.
the next guy up sucks, man.
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
his son is a
bad.
football nut, bro.
I don't think he went to college for any kind of math major because apparently he ain't doing it right. The arithmetic ain't working out, my guy.
You got to put one and one together to make two, brother.
That's the key.
Hey, you
But
never know. He might be the next GM, bro. He might not be the next owner. He might be the next Howie, bro. You can never know.
listen, hey, and talking about how this is his last season under contract. You know, like we said, this might be that make or break year that we all thought that was last year. But let me ask y'all, do you think that this is a real evaluation season for Howard? You know, is Jeffrey going to be, his loyalty too strong that he'll just, in his head already, he has it at Howie's already going to be signed no matter what happens this season? What do you all think? Gio, I'll start off with you.
Yeah, of course, man. This is like I was saying earlier in the show, man. He's a make it or break a year, man. He has like the keys to like got to everything, bro. Like he has to do something, bro. He has to prove not just Howie Rosen wrong, but the Philly fan base wrong, bro. Like he lost that as well. I mean, he got it back a little bit because of of the picks that he got with as far as with Devontae Smith and freaking Dickerson, and then the moves that he get with Darius Slay to make us like a somewhat contender. But these are the missing pieces that we need for the draft to make us an actual dominant team. You know, he's got to also worry about getting so if we're gonna like I said, we get Hurts back on the center. If like no trade happened, I know we got like a little topic on that as well, but he's got to utilize around him too. You know, it's not always we got to work on defense, and then at that, Howie's got to be like, okay, we got to get more situational ball around Hurts. As far as Hurts like working on himself, but he's gonna need help, bro. He's gonna need help. He's gonna have to get a wide receiver in the free agency. There's some big names out in there like Allen Robinson. You can trade for Calvin Ridley if he can. But and we also got what Mike Williams there. That's another cat I want to see here. Actually, him and my Allen Robinson, I'm on mine and whatnot. But if he has a chance to get Calvin Ridley, we're gonna need to do that and pull that trigger because my man Daryl Morey just got James Harden, so it's up to Howie Roseman to make a big move
Mm.
this year.
Yeah,
Hey, we
he's
all
in
know
that
how they got that
competition right there.
competition.
Yeah,
Yep,
Yeah,
we all know how they like to compete
yeah.
against each other.
yeah.
You know, what a lot of people don't understand when we talk about the Philly 4 for 4, those GMs, they like to compete one another. For the past, what, we say 30 some years, the Flyers have been losing steadily. But, yeah, I mean, those other three teams, they've been competing. The Phillies are in there, the Sixers are just starting to get in the flow since 2000 and what, 3, 4? And,
Hmm.
now, the Eagles are about to do their thing with this offseason. But Rock, let me get your thoughts on this. Do you think for the most part, Jeff Lurie already has, it's a done deal with him? His loyalty to Howie is paramount to what goes on with his team? Or do you think he's really sitting back and just like, you know what? He had a decent draft. We did some things that we didn't do, but I want to wait and see what he does this year to sign
To be honest, man, I, I can't see a scenario where Howie Roseman is not here after this year. So I
Mm.
mean, how many times this dude job been on the line and
He pulls a miracle
he
out of his
floated
ass.
his way
Yeah,
through it?
bro.
Like, bro, any other GM, think about it though. We signed Carson to a big contract, right? And then traded
him.
in the next was the next off season.
Yeah.
So any other GM would have been out of there Any other GM would have been out of there. You signed this dude to all this paper, and then he not even on the team the next year. Any other GM would have been gone. They would have cleaned the slate, started over. Howie Roseman has made it through every storm, bro. Chip Kelly, all that he made it through every storm.
Yeah,
That's Jeffrey Lurie right hand man. He's not going nowhere. He's going to be around it. Even if he's not a GM, he's going to be around this organization.
He made it to the playoffs this year too, so that kind of
Yeah,
secured him a little
plus,
bit.
plus he constructed a roster that made it to the playoffs, and he got a. I mean, if he messed this up right here, bro.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be like steaks and fire. It's gonna be a fire thing out there, out
Well,
the
But I
you
stadium,
gotta
can't
think
bro.
I
about.
can't see a scenario with Howie not here though. I really can't.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think he's gonna be a GM anymore if he does mess this up. And if we don't make it to the playoffs this year with the picks that we get, I don't think he'll have a job. Not as GM anyway. They're gonna put him in an office somewhere.
we also have to think of the ego Howie has coming into this draft. Last year, like we said, sometimes Howie does reach, but he reached on Landon Dickerson last year. He reached on Milton Williams last year. Now Williams, for the most part, he played decently, but he didn't really show much. But Landon Dickerson, a lot of
He didn't
people are
play a
looking
lot
at the
though.
future. Yeah, but Landon Dickerson got it in there. You know what I mean? So like for the
Yeah.
most part, kind of proved him right. So I feel like this year he's gonna have that confidence of, yeah, whatever reach I can make, I know I'm gonna be able to pull it off. I had success in the past, just
Don't
last
say
season.
that. Don't say that.
It's just when I feel that that confidence level. That's human nature. You have that confidence level going in. You did something last year. You think you did well. You think you're gonna have that success this year. But Gio, do you think as I say that, do you think something like that could happen?
But I mean, as far as him like staying here,
No, no.
I
With him
mean,
thinking that what he did last year, it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go in here this year. Balls to the wall. I'm gonna do what I do.
oh yeah, he gonna come like Ted Lasso, bro. Yeah, exactly. I think he gonna come out Ted Lasso swinging, bro. Like literally, no. But you know what? Going back, we had another player we forgot to mention too. Josh Sweat too, bro. That's another pick. That's another pick that he
Yeah,
reached, but
yeah,
bro, he ended up changing the cards around. Yeah, dude, he's got to come down. He's got to come swinging, man. Like I said,
yeah, definitely.
Then we get Josh Sweat in like later rounds though. I was like,
Joshua was like a fourth round pick.
it was a fourth
yeah,
round pick, but they was considered everybody like the reports and all that said we reached for that pick.
no.
Yeah, because of the knee
The
issues, he
knee
was
injury, yeah.
undersized.
I thought it was
Yeah,
ACL injury,
there
but
was a
he
lot
was,
going against him. He had a good college career, but he had a lot going against him
yeah.
when we look at it all. But let me get to the next question. We talk about how we talked about his free agency. We talked about his past in free agency. What do you think about this year? Who do you think we should sign this year? Not what how we think, in your personal view. If you were the GM, what moves do you think you could make, to get this team where it needs to be, make them better, build off what they did last year? Rock, I'll start off the field.
First of all, I'm going to Arizona. I'm getting me Chandler Jones. I mean, he dominant pass rusher, man, for years. I mean, he stay in the double digits in sacks. I mean, he got a little bit of, problems staying healthy all the time, but I mean, when he on the field, he dominant. I mean, add to that pass rush, Derek Barnett won't be here next year. Brandon Graham coming back, Josh Sweat on the other side. Merwin Williams could play that defensive end spot. That's a good rotation right there. Um, I'm bringing in a linebacker. I'm gonna go get like I'm gonna go get like a Jordan Hicks or what's the one from New England? Hightower.
Mayo?
Dante Hightower's a free
Yeah.
agent, yeah.
Gonna go get
Yeah,
Dante
so
High. I'm gonna go get one of those dudes to pair with TJ Edwards, and I'm drafting a linebacker. So I mean that strengthens that linebacker core right there. We could go into the secondary. Um, to be honest, I'm not going after like no corner, like free agent corner or nothing. I'm gonna let
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let McPherson and Godwin battle it out. I mean, cause like all three corners on your team don't gotta be dominant. I mean, he just got a whole fort. You got Darius Slay over there, Vontae Maddox in the slot. You just need a solid dude that can make some plays when the ball comes his way. So,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll take a McPherson and one of those dudes fighting in there. But other than that, I'll probably go grab a wide receiver. That's about it. I'll probably go get probably look at like a Mike Williams or Allen Robinson because he's not happy. He's not happy in Chicago. I mean, so
Who really is?
yeah, who is though? Khalil Mack. I know Khalil Mack won't go.
Listen, if you old Mac don't say nothing, you getting paid.
He getting
Get
paid
that
though. He getting that paper.
money.
You
But
know
yeah, I
those
don't feel like
injuries
we
that
need
can
to
bring
make
that
a
money
whole
down.
lot of splashes in free agency. We just need free agency. We just need solid football players, man. Solid football players that's gonna help us get this job done. You don't gotta go spend a ton of money to get where you need to go.
That's the
Yeah,
key
Khalil
point
Mack,
right
he
there.
doing that swim move in that money.
He's
Yeah.
pretty stuck right now.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would love to have him here. I would love to have Mac here, but you know
Hey,
what?
if we get a team friendly price, the team
Yeah,
got
if
to be
we get a
team
team
friendly.
friendly price,
yeah.
yeah, because this contract is like kind of husky, but yeah. You know what? I like that you brought up Dante Hightower too, Rock. That was one dude I had kept mentioning to get that veteran role in the linebacker position for us and whatnot. And that Chandler Jones, man, that's a surprise, man. If we can get him like that, and with the line that we have, and them, the sky's the limit. I would say we would trade one of them, the fifth round picks. We have three. So I can see us getting a player like a wide receiver. We can, but the most like I would say the crucial pick that we need, we have to get Allen Robinson. We need a big body receiver, bro. We need a possession receiver, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Devontae Smith as far as like doing the rock. We call him the rock god, the slot god or whatever, whatnot. But that's I mean, you got your number one right there, bro. We just need a veteran to get in his ear. Not just him, bro. If we still got Rager here, bro, we need a veteran just to get in his ear, man.
True, true.
Yeah, because Quez been solid, bro, this year. Like, there's no problem with Quez, but just that one drop. That's it.
Yeah, I think the move that everyone's talking about, like if we were to get another receiver here that could fill in that two spot, you move Quaz into the slot. It also mitigates Rager. You know what I mean? You
Yeah.
move Rager out and make him a backup. Make him a rotational player in that slot if you want. Put him
Use
in
him
there
as a
for some
Debo
jet
Samuel
sweeps.
thing.
Yeah, use him for some jet sweeps, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But again, we understand we can't count on Jalen Rager. No matter what, like you understand that, after the offseason things can change. But what we've seen so far, nothing indicates that there's going to be a change. So, you
Yeah.
can't have that mindset of thinking that he will. Better be cautious than sorry. Better safe than
Di-
sorry. That's Jonathan Gannon's motto. You might as well follow it.
Right. How he really pushed for that Rager too. Them Rager, for him to put Rager in plays. He did, and also he also pushed J-Jaw to be in those plays too. Them couple plays that he had. And being a blocker, I don't think that was Howie's idea, but what else are you going to use him for? You
He's a
know what I
solid
mean? Like,
blocker. He's a
Can't use
solid
it
run
for nothing
blocker.
else.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I
Jerry,
think those are the two guys that really got to go.
Jerry, are there any free agents on you're looking at?
I mean, yeah, Chandler Jones, yeah, like he was saying, and man, I would definitely, I would look for another cornerback. You know what I mean, like a veteran cornerback. But I would draft one before doing that, though. I don't know,
Yeah.
man. We definitely got to get a wide receiver.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe Michael Gallup or somebody like that, But I don't really like going across the line to pick players, so it hasn't
It's not
turned
even
out
that. This
so
dude's
good.
coming out serious injuries. That
Yeah,
that's what really the main thing is.
yeah,
Gallup tore his ACL. It was like damn near close to the end of the season, right? When he
yeah,
Yeah.
tore
He's
it.
gonna have
So
to
that's
work
gonna
his
be a
way
long
out.
rehab
yeah.
process.
So maybe like I don't know, man. There's a bunch of wide receivers that are on free agency. So I don't know. You got to get a veteran in here though, for real.
Definitely,
Calvin Ridley
definitely.
be nice.
That'd be a good. We got to make that trade, though. We got to make it work. But I think with the landscape of wide receiver, I think there's a good amount. Like everyone's saying, Allen Robinson to me is, for me, that's my number one guy that I'd be focused on. The leadership he brings, what he can do with the rookies, or to say the younger guys in the wide receiver corps, the fact that he still is productive, he can be that guy. Because we all know Jalen has an issue focusing on Smith. But if you have a player like Allen Robinson, that's going to help Jalen not focus on him so much. That's going to make him, focus on other players, and that's good for his development. Oh yeah, that Juju Smith choose to. I'm not feeling that move.
No, me
But
neither.
also on the defense, I think we could help. We could show things up. Everyone mentioned Chandler Jones. That's great. Jerrylee, you mentioned you don't want to cross that line. You don't want to get them boys. There's one boy I would risk it. I'd try to get. You
Wilson?
got Randy Gregory out there.
Oh, Randy Gregory.
Uh, Randy Gregory's a beast. Let's be real.
He
We
is.
have an
He
issue at
is.
defensive end. You fit Gregory in there. You got Sweat. You got something to work with.
Yeah, he's like
Mm-hmm.
30
Still
years
focus
old,
on
right?
that the draft also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's young. He's young.
he's young. Yeah, and also a defensive lineman too. I like Hicks out of Chicago.
Akeem
I,
Hicks. I was
Hakeem
just
Hicks.
talking about him the other day. He a beast, bro, in that middle.
Yeah.
A lot of people try to say he's injured, but he's not. He had minor injuries, like
Little nicked up.
nothing
He be
serious.
nicked a little bit. That's about it. He a
I
big
think in his
dude.
second season he had one knee injury, but again, nothing overly serious. And you've seen how he's played; he's overcome that. I think he would be a great free agency pickup. Like Rock said, I'm not really interested in the cornerbacks in free agency. I like what we have here and focusing on the draft. As for safety, there's only one safety out there that I think is worth the going, but he might be a little too much, and that's
Dusty
Jesse Bates
Bates.
out of Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that might be a little too much, but again, last year I think the motto was if. That was a big motto. If something happens. This year for me, the motto is if it's a team friendly deal.
Yeah.
If it's team friendly, we good. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You can win on a budget. It can be done. New England has been doing it for decades now. So yeah,
Yeah.
you can win. It's can it on a budget. You can do it. But let me ask you something. Hold on. I think I got myself out of place here. Here we go. What's your confidence level with our quarterback, Jalen Hurts, going into next season? Gio, I know we're gonna have a big conversation, next week about this. So, we're not gonna get too into it. It's just a confidence level. We're not gonna say if you can die or not. Just a confidence level. I'll start off with you. What is it going with Jalen Hurts going into next season?
If we want to do it, I'm gonna rate it like a 7 out of 10, bro. He just got to work on his footwork and his accuracy, man. His reads, he's got to stop being. I'm not gonna say he's a run read quarterback like he was in the beginning. He's got to get
Mhm.
more of reads read. And as far as the defense, he's got to know how to read them defenses, man. That's been his problem. Um, I don't want to say the last bit of the couple games that he had because he was playing solid or whatever. But it's just a lot of things he got to progress on, and I hopefully this off season he could be able to do all that. And my confidence, you already know, I'm a back hurts up, to the death of me, man. But
Yeah.
my confidence going to 7 to 10. I don't want to get too much, like I said. I want to get all y'all so we can have this debate with the other people, whatever.
Yeah, that's all we just doing confidence level,
Yeah,
confidence level. Rock, let me get your thoughts. What is your confidence level on Jalen Hurts going into next season?
Um, I'm like a 7.5 ish, closer to 8. With Jalen, it's more of a confidence thing. I mean, it's like processing what you seeing in front of you and reacting quickly to it. That's Jalen Hurts' problem right there. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
he see it, he just don't react to it quick. And by the time he goes to react to it, it's either
Too late.
contested or the throw not there no more. Now you gotta take off. And he just gotta learn how to just stop being so scary. Just let the ball rip. You let it
Yeah.
rip, bro. Only thing there's like only 3 things that can happen. You gonna get intercepted, the pass gonna get dropped, or they gonna catch that motherfucker. So
Yep.
I mean, it's like it ain't no point in being scared. Just let it go. You know?
Trust your receivers, man.
Just let it go. It was a lot of opportunities in that Tampa Bay game for us to bust that game open, man. And Jalen just it's like the game was too big for him. It was like it was too big for him. And I mean, a lot of people don't learn how to read defenses that quickly, like how we trying to make this dude learn how to read defenses. Because there's a
Mm-hmm.
million ways you
Three
could throw.
years.
Yeah, there's a
You
million
get
ways
3 years.
you could throw a defensive look at a young quarterback, and it's gonna confuse him. So
Yeah.
that part, I'm not too worried about that part. I'm real worried about his arm confidence and his arm talent, knowing when to take a little bit off, knowing when to put a little bit on. I mean, knowing when to put it low so only your receiver, know where to put it at so only your receiver can catch it. He got to learn that kind of stuff. He just try to rip everything. You can't just try to
Yeah.
rip everything, bro. You gotta get a little bit more touch on your passes. I mean that come with time. That come with
Yeah.
time. Drew Brees ain't had that at first. Then Drew
Yeah.
Brees turned into one of the most accurate quarterbacks in NFL history. So I mean, we seen it. We seen it done, man. I got a lot of confidence in dudes. He just you can't be an NFL quarterback if your main weapon is your legs. We seen Lamar
Yeah.
Jackson. Once they lock in on this dude in the playoffs, Lamar Jackson looked below average. And what I
Yep.
want to see, I want to see that happen with Jalen. So this offseason, he really got to attack his weaknesses. He got to attack them, man. And our team, our GM, we got to do him a solid, put some more weapons around him.
Yep.
I mean, if he can't succeed with more weapons around him, then he's not our quarterback. You get me? But I'm
Yep.
willing to rock this year out with him, and I'm
Yep.
confident as hell he could change. He could turn this around.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, man. I'm about a 7.5, 8 with you. If he puts this thing together, man, I think he'll be great. And if Reger and Goddard catches a few more passes this season, Jalen looks a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Goddard dropped a lot of passes, man,
He did.
that he could have caught.
He did
And
drop a
and
lot. A lot of them
and
turned. A lot of them was turned into turnovers too. So
yep,
it's like that's a little stain on Jalen record that should have been on Goddard's for real.
yep. Yep, and same thing with
Yeah.
Reger, you know what I mean? Like, and some of the receivers, they didn't run back to the ball either, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of his problem is more of learning the plays, you know what I mean? Like, he gotta learn it so he can have the ball coming to the receiver, like Rock was saying, to meet him at the spot, you know what I mean? Like, it's a precognition, you know what I mean? That's what he's got to have. Yeah, so he's got to learn all the plays. That's all, and just have the ball there on time, and he'll be all right. And learn, like also learning the pressure. You know what I mean? Like how and when to throw the ball at what power. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely. Like I'm with you. I'm in that 7.58 range. You know what I mean? Like I see a lot of good that he's done. I've seen that he's progressed throughout the season, which is one of the key things. One of the biggest things that I like about him. There is progression. You show that there's a willingness to get better. We all know Jalen. He has the heart of Philadelphia. We all see the leader he can be. Now, if he just puts those pieces together, those little things in the offseason coming in, he can be one of the top 10, maybe even top 5 quarterbacks in this league. You know what I mean? Like the ceiling is high for Jalen. So, I have a lot of confidence going into this season. But let me ask you a question. We all have this high confidence in Jalen. But if there was any veteran quarterback that's in free agency right now, who would you pick? Who, if you could have him, who would you pick to start over Jalen? Rock, I'll start with you.
I mean, what we doing? Like hypotheticals, or how we doing this?
Well, do you think that there is anyone right now free agency, whether it be Aaron
Because
Rodgers, Russell
you saying I
Wilson?
can make anybody a free agent?
Well, if there are free agents this year, or if you can get them through trade.
I
Because there are
don't,
some.
I don't really see too many dudes that's like hitting the market right now that's better than Jalen. So I mean, you got dudes out there like Fitzpatrick, dudes like that been journeyman their whole career. I don't really see nobody that's going to be in free agency that's going to come in and play better football than Jalen Hurts. So no, it's a hard pass for me.
What about a trade? You trading anyone for him?
Now we talking about trades. There's a
Yeah.
lot of dudes out trade. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Oh, go ahead.
Shit, if we could get that boy AR, I'll trade for AR. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't really feeling the Russell Wilson thing too much. I think he on his last legs. That's hard.
and Wilson said he ain't going anywhere anyway. So.
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard.
Y'all know like the Mahomes, Allen.
Yeah,
Now we
yeah.
talk about Joe
It
Burrow.
ain't even worth
Yeah.
naming. Yeah, all them
Yeah,
dudes
yeah.
ain't even worth naming. But I mean, if I really wanted to go grab somebody in like a trade scenario, it gotta be Deshaun Watson for me, man. I'm not even gonna hold you. It gotta be Deshaun Watson, bro. That's really the only dude I can really see like us going to go get and change that team around like big time, even if he don't got like major weapons around him. So I mean, if it ain't D Watson, then I'm good. I'll stick with Jalen.
And the other
Yeah.
problem with that is giving up draft capital. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to. As much as I
That
want a
comes into play.
quarterback that work, I don't want to give it up.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
that definitely comes into play because it shows that if that play is worth it. You know, what I mean, you gotta factor that in too. But
Yeah.
Gio, let me get your thoughts. Is there any one player in free agency or one you would be willing to trade for that you would start ahead of Jalen Hurts?
Well, I'm gonna pick up one in free agency as a backup. That would be Teddy Bridgewater.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I
it would
like
be Teddy
Teddy.
Two Gloves.
I like Teddy.
Teddy, no
I
need.
see Tyrod Taylor on that list, but I had to go with Teddy Two Gloves or whatever. I just been a fan of him since Minnesota. I know what he was capable of. He got that zip in his bullets. His accuracy is okay. But he has that pocket presence, man. He can stay in the pocket, not like it hurts. Like he's been having an issue where he just escapes the pocket and not trust his lineman or whatever. Trade. You definitely got to get that boy AR, man.
Mm-hmm.
I would. But and Rock said it's the cheaper
Giving
route
up
as far as
everything
like
for him.
at least giving up a pick, bro. I mean, you had to get
You
Deshaun
giving up
Watson, honestly.
everything for AR, dude.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
would have to
You
literally
ain't
like
just
chalk up a lot for A-Rod.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You giving up the
Jerrylee,
farm.
what about you, Jerrylee? Anyone
I
that
could,
you'd be willing to get in free agency or try to trade for?
yeah, Deshaun Watson, but like I said though, man, I couldn't do it though because our team right now really needs those picks. You know what I mean in the draft to sustain this team for a long time. So no, I wouldn't trade for anybody really.
That's
Hey,
what I be
sounds good.
saying. That's what I be saying too, bro. It's like people don't understand. People got to understand what Jalen Hurts is causing us. I mean, like what he not putting no stress on that wallet right now. So you can
Yeah.
build any kind of team you want around this dude, man, to be successful because you're not paying him right now for real.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you throw a D Watson there, you're gonna have to throw that bread at him. Aaron Rodgers, you're gonna have to throw that bread at him. Any of them quarterbacks you bring in, you're gonna have to throw that bread at him. And that hinder your team. Now you can build your football team how you want, and if Jalen not the guy, you just
Go get
plug and
another
play
one.
now. You plug and play now. I
Yep.
mean,
Yep.
so I mean, we in the best scenario we could be in for real. I
Yep.
mean, it all depends on how our GM work this situation out.
Yeah,
It's got to
definitely.
be worked right.
Now, we all talked about Miles Sanders, and we all know where we're at with. But speaking respectfully to this offseason, do you think that we should try to sign a veteran, or do we go through the draft, or do we try both? Are we trying everything we can to get the next guy, or someone who can assist Miles, in the running game, or are we trying to get a guy to replace him? Gio, I'll start off with you. What do you want to do with the running back position this offseason?
Mm.
I think you're muted, my guy.
Yeah, my fault. I had the baby crying in the background. But no,
Oh,
listen. We how we was going back and forth talking. We're gonna talk about the mock draft later. I did get James Cook to get picked up, and that's somebody I've been watching from Georgia for a while.
I
Um,
like him. I
yeah,
like him.
yeah, dude. He reminds me of
Me too.
Brian Westbrook a little bit, but
mhm.
he do got that dog in him to take it north and south, man. Like this dude he is a little bulldozer. Like don't get it twisted. But yeah, Miles Sanders. I just got one more year, man. That's what I'm saying. We are just holding on to him because literally there's no running backs in the free agency, but Leonard Fournette and there's another dude out there. If we don't get somebody like him, like a veteran like him, like that dude would be a beast in our team. Fournette,
Yeah,
bro, with
Yeah.
that with our lineman, oh my
Yeah.
god, dude, he'll
Yeah.
easily put up another 1,000.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He'll literally have
Yep.
another 1,000. That's what we need. We don't need
I
more
would take
elusive backs,
Fournette in
bro.
a second, bro. I
We
would
need
take
somebody that's
Fournette in
gonna
a
take it.
second.
Yeah, he could take it to the second gear, and that's the problem with Miles. We tired of like running backs dancing in the back and not saying
hmm
letting your hose close. Like literally, there was holes this year that I could say that Miles could
You
have
could
ran
probably
through,
get him
bro.
for a fourth too.
And Jordan Howard
Probably get
ran
him
through
for a
them with
fourth.
no problem.
yeah,
And he's not as fast as Miles Sanders, bro. Like you got Howard picking up them holes, not you, bro. Like it just we got one more year. I'm not bashing Miles Sanders. He can get crazy, bro. We seen him go crazy in that Dallas game. What was it the first year we had Wentz?
yeah.
But I don't know, man. Like I said, we still got Boston Scott. That's another dude that I rely on totally a lot. Then we also had that young cat that came up in the playoffs. What's his name? From the practice squad.
Huntley,
Huntley.
Yeah,
Huntley.
Jason
Yeah, yeah,
Huntley.
Huntley. That's
he was
another dude
good,
that I
bro.
want to see more reps from. That, yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
We
he
don't need
looked really
Howard
good.
anymore, honestly. I mean, we kind of use him. So if we end up doing drafting, like I said, if we end up getting James Cook, I'm gonna just go hype, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bob, what are your thoughts? What are you doing? What are you doing this offseason with the running back position?
If it's me, I like Fournette, but there's a couple other dudes out there that I'll take for the power type situation. Because Jerry Howard can't stay healthy. It's like, I mean,
Yeah.
he'll give you a good 3-4 game stretch and then he just go down because of his running style. So
hmm
it's either I'll go grab a Chris Carson, I'll go grab a Ronald Jones. Ronald Jones gonna be a free agent this year too. And if we going into the draft, it's hard because I don't know how early this dude gonna go, and if you could like kind of, you could probably touch the second round. You probably could go up and get him, but I'm gonna go get that running back from Texas, man. That young
Oh,
boy
Spiller.
is special, man.
Spiller.
He is
Who is
Yeah,
it?
special, man.
Spiller.
Whoever get this kid, bro,
Yeah, Spiller.
He gonna be one of those kids that just stick in the league for like 10 years, bro. Because this based off his running style. He doesn't take hard hits. It's hard to hit him. It's hard
Yeah.
to hit him. In the hole, outside, he could give you everything. Power, agility, spin moves. He just nasty with it. I love this kid. I know the Eagles not gonna get this dude, but I would love to have him on this football team. And if we get him on this football team, I feel like he could press Miles for the number one. But
Yeah, Isaiah Spiller, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's the
check him out
name that I
now.
keep
I'm about to look
forgetting.
at his stuff now.
Yeah,
He
what's
got a
Isaiah
his
pretty
name?
Spiller.
His
good height
name, I
right
think his
there.
name B.
What's that?
John Johnson. B. John Johnson or
Nah,
something.
nah. I thought for Texas it was Isaiah Spiller.
You gotta see this kid. In fact, I'm gonna send it to the group so y'all go watch him.
Oh,
Yeah,
I do not know Spiller's for Texas
Well,
A&M.
I know there's another King is Keontae Ingram. That's another dude.
there's a lot of
Yeah, they
dudes
got a
out
lot
there.
of cats that are coming.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of quality running back
There's a
this
lot of
year.
quality running backs coming out. And I'm a big Miles Sanders fan, man, because I'm a Penn State fan. So
Yeah.
I'm a big Miles Sanders fan. But I mean, at the end of the day, I don't feel like the Eagles really use this dude right. It's like it's
I
a
think it was
different.
intentional.
Yeah, they ain't want to pay him. I mean, it's effed up, but that's the NFL though. But I don't think
Hey,
they use his first 2 years. He didn't crack 1,000 yards with limited carries. It's like it was times Miles Sanders ain't touched the football for like 3 games straight, and he almost cracked 1,000 his rookie year and his second year. So and even this year, he didn't score a touchdown, but he went off for a nice amount of yards, and he didn't even play the whole season. So I mean, I'm a big like if say like a Sean Payton was to get his hands on the Miles Sanders, I guarantee you, bro, 1,500 yards every season. Probably
all
another five
purpose,
six
bro.
hundred yards receiving. Like he it's us. I'm not gonna lie, it's us, man. The play calling. I mean, Miles could have did the same damage Jared Howard did if he had the same amount of carries. I promise you he could because look at the game by game logs.
But he
Uh,
got hurt, man.
Jared Howard had 18 carries for like 69. Miles had like 14 for like damn near 100. So
yeah.
it's like I mean he's a better running back than Jared Howard. It's just the playing style a little different, and the plays they choose for him to run it don't be good plays. Like everything don't gotta be stretched to the outside. Now you cutting off this dude options. Give him the football. Let him pick where you want to go. That's what we used to do
Mm,
with Shady. When
Yeah.
Shady ever just smashed through a hole? Never,
yeah, but Shady
never
was
in his career.
special, bro. Shady was
Never
a
in his
lot
career.
more special than
That's not his running style. So I mean,
And
we
I
gotta
think,
we gotta kind
Jerry.
of run plays that fit his running style.
But
I think
still, though,
that's the main issue right there because we all know when we see Coach Singleton, he preaches, you get the ball, you hit your hole, you go. Miles doesn't do that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's a conflict of interest right there because Miles, that's not his game, but that's what our offense wants. And
right.
that's, I think, one of the issues why you don't see Miles when the red zone come through. You will see other running backs because they're not trying to risk him dancing around the backfield, losing yardage. So I think
yeah,
that's a major reason why Miles, if he wants to stay on the Eagles, guess what? It is what it is. You got to switch up to run our style of running back.
yep,
It can't be what you do. You know what I'm saying? You can't run that Saquon style all your life. There's going to be teams, most of the teams in the NFL is you get the ball, you hit the hole. After you
Mhm.
get the second level, do what you need to keep it going. But,
yeah,
before you get to the line, you got to hit that hole first.
yeah. But Shady was way more special, though. You know what I mean? He really was, dude. Like, and that's why he was able to do what he wanted his style. You know what I mean?
Well,
Because
plus, with Shady, we were running a lot of zone concepts too. We don't do that now.
That's what I'm saying. That's what Zach right there, exactly, Vic. Miles Sanders is a zone style running back. Like he going you give him the option, he pick his hole and go. That's Miles
Mm-hmm.
Sanders. He's not a power runner. He never been that in his career. Never ever. High school, college, none of that. He never been a power runner. He more of a finesse guy. He can give you a little power. I mean, he could break a tackle and stuff like that, but that's not his playing style. That's just like Shady. That's not Shady. You're not gonna ask Shady to just smash his head into the line 15 times a game. You're not gonna ask him that. So
he
I
was,
mean,
he was
I
bigger
mean,
than.
If you see Miles on Minnesota, because Minnesota runs that
Miles
Jerry
not
Creek
little
X
though.
style
Yeah,
running,
I understand that.
Miles
Miles
is
like
going
6 feet,
crazy.
like two something.
Yeah.
He's not
I'm
little
telling
at
you right
all.
now,
No, I
I
didn't say
think
he
he'd
was
be better
little.
than Dalvin Cook in that offense. And that says a lot. Miles Sanders would be way better in the Minnesota offense than Dalvin Cook.
He
And
would though.
he'd
He
be more
would.
durable. He'd be more durable.
Yeah.
But with that being said, let's get on to, we were passing out, so let's get into the meat and potatoes of this pod right now. Let's get into that mock draft. Now we had some spicy mock drafts. Now I don't know if you still have yours with you. Does everyone still have theirs or no? Because I
I still
wrote it
got
all
my
down
yeah, I
in
got my
the thing.
Facebook.
All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say Jerry Lee's the last because Jerry Lee's was very interesting. You know, he had a lot of spiciness in his mock draft. But let me start off with you, Gio. Let me get your mock draft.
Oh, you want to go from the top from the 15th pick?
Yeah, we can just go for the top. We can just go round 115, 16, and just say your guys from there. Then you can just somewhat explain it.
Yeah, yeah. I guess we'll go start with round. We start with the first round. So my first pick that I went with was Devin Lloyd. Honestly, that's my first pick. If he's on the board, the Eagles got to grab him. No, no questions asked. And he has to start. No
Day one.
backup. No line.
Day
He has to
one. Yep.
start day one on that starting lineup. Yep. Um, my 16th pick would be Trent McDuffie. I don't know how to pronounce his last name like that. It's
Duffy,
somebody else
Duffy.
got watching in Washington or whatever. The
McDuffie.
mock
Yeah.
draft kind of like got a Booth going to the Ravens, and it was a trade scenario for Sauce Gardner. I don't know how the hell he did not fall in the Eagles, but in the big Trick McDuffie, uh, solid dude, not a lockdown corner. He can play zone. Footwork is excellent. He can be able to twist like arrange his body. You know, how there's certain corners they gotta like they take like a little 2 seconds to arrange their body just to turn around and catch up. No, this dude can literally like he's Mighty Mouse, bro. Turn his body around and go straight after the cornerback. Um, more of a slot corner though. More of a slot corner. Now this one's everybody's favorite one. I seen them go in everybody's mock draft 19. Jermaine Johnson the second, bro, from Florida State.
Pass
And
rusher.
we're talking about an edge rusher that can play linebacker position too.
Beast.
Yep.
Spiking it.
Beast.
What else you got?
All right. So my second pick, I got Brian Osama, yeah. Sleeper linebacker. I picked
I
another
know he.
linebacker because, like I said, we can have a solid rotation of linebackers just like how we got corners or whatever. Um, my third round for 83 pick, I got Taylor Smith. As far as if we need to tackle, just in case if we ain't got Kelsey coming in, this tackle can play center. We could put him in the center as well. Um, then on the fourth round, 121 pick, I got Kirby Joseph, which is a safety. I don't got too much tape on him, not that much, because like the only safeties I was covering was basically the first round picks or whatever. But this one is an interesting pick. The next one for the fifth round pick for the 152 pick, Christian Watson, bro, from North Dakota State, big body receiver. He has his awareness, bro. He can catch. He could be able to toe tap that ball, bro. Not only that, his ability to break a press, bro. I never seen it like no like, and a lot of people are gonna be iffy because it is a North Dakota State
Yeah,
player, and you know how we already off with wins, but we did get Dallas God, and that became end up, he ended up becoming a stud or whatever. But he just got to prove himself next year. So I got another North Dakota guy coming over here, and Christian Watson or whatever. Another dude, I got an interior defensive lineman and Noah Ellis in Idaho for the next pick in the fifth round. Then I got my guy James Cook coming in that round if they don't trade that pick. Because I literally had that scenario with that 164 pick in the fifth round being traded, honestly, for
yeah.
conditional picks for the future drafts. And then I got him drafting James Mitchell from Virginia Tech with the last pick, the tight end.
That's a solid mock draft,
Hmm.
and that helps out the defense. It supplements the offense.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna be mad at you for that one. That's a solid draft. Rock, you said you don't have yours, right?
Yeah, I don't even remember. I ain't even gonna hold you.
I'll read it off to you. I'll read it off to you. And like I said, I'll just read them off and you just tell us what you thought about it.
I
Round one
bet.
with the 15th pick. Rock got the linebacker out of Utah, Devin Lloyd, bringing him
Oh
into the
yeah.
mix.
Oh yeah. If he there, oh my God.
Yeah, they got to
That's
get
a
him.
steal. That's a
Yeah,
steal, bro. If he even fall that far, that's a steal. This dude right here is electric, man. He give you everything you want from a linebacker. He's good at pass coverage. Um, he fights off blocks. You can't block this dude. You can't block him. Like he extend those arms and get out that block, get to that football fast as ever. Um, I mean, he's a turnover machine. Like forced fumbles, interceptions. I mean, that's what we need. We need a playmaker at the linebacker position, man. A dude that's gonna be there for the next 10 to 12 years. That's gonna stick there for every year, give you 100 tackles, 5, 6 interceptions, 3, 4 forced fumbles. I mean, you need to do like a disruptor, like a Devin White, a Levante David. I mean,
Hmm.
dudes like that, Edwards from Buffalo. You need dudes like that. You need dudes that could just change the game for you on defense. We don't have none of them right now. We need some. We need to put them on this team. My first round draft pick is Devin Lloyd, and I guarantee you, dude, gonna make plays day one. So,
With the second pick in the first round, the number 16 pick, Rock selected Trayvon Walker, defensive end out of Georgia. Dipping into the
oh
the
yeah,
best defenses of college
oh
football.
yeah. No, we stand. You know, we stand in the SEC with it, man. Them SEC pass rushers is different, bro. Coming off them edges, speed, agility, power. SEC got the best pass rushers out of any conference in college football. So, I mean, with us losing Derek Barnett, Brandon Graham a year older, Josh Sweat just really coming into his own. You bring one of these dudes in like that, man, he fit right into that rotation. You could have him anywhere you want. You could be a third down specialist, or he could play every down in and down out. I mean, he gotta get a little bit better with his hands, but the athleticism and the aggression is there. Hands and stuff, you could coach that. You can't coach athleticism and aggression. So that's what we need. We need a bunch of dogs on this front line. And I mean, I feel like this pick right here, he's gonna be one of those guys.
Definitely. And I like the next pick. You double dip it in the Georgia, fund. So with another again first round, the 19th pick, Rock select defensive lineman, Devontae Watt out of Georgia.
Yes,
Big
sir.
stout, a big
Big
stout guy, the
stallion
number
up
one
front,
lineman in
man.
the country. We got to say, a lot of people like Johnson, but Watt's the number one lineman in the country. He
hmm
gets in there, he disrupts. But why did you get it?
I got him because I feel like at this point, um, Fletcher Cox is a shell of himself, man. I feel like at this point it's like it don't even look like he's working hard. Like he's disinterested in the game at this point.
He
So
got his ring, man. He's
yeah,
done. He
he
good.
don't like he work. He don't feel like he really working hard no more. And I feel like he coming to the end of his career. So now you got to start piling on these young guys to come up under him. You grabbed your Milton Williams. You grabbed the Tyree Jackson. Now you bring this dude in. I mean, and that's a heavy rotation right there. A heavy rotation. So I mean, I feel like getting a little bit off of the draft. I feel like these coaches gotta start holding these players accountable because
Mhm.
we see on film on TV every Sunday Fletcher Cox taking 3, 4, 5 plays off before he want to show some explosiveness, some aggression, just sticking on double teams, just riding the wave. Um,
Collecting the paycheck.
yeah, it's collecting the paycheck. You gotta start sit these dude on the bench, man. Bring these young hungry dogs in that actually want to make plays. They want to
Yep.
earn their paper too. I
Yep.
mean, and if I guess if he starts seeing it enough, it's gonna hurt him. He gonna miss the game
Yep.
again.
Yep.
So
Mhm.
He'll
I
bring
mean, I
it
don't
back.
care how much money you making, man. Anybody could be set on the bench. Anybody.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
definitely.
bro. I agree with that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm bringing young. I'm gonna give him a try. Like put him in the middle of that, in the middle next to a Hargreaves. So I mean, now these two big boys can eat all that up front. Let our linebackers fly around, make plays. I
Yeah, don't
mean,
lie to my eyes. Don't lie to my eyes. I know what I see. You don't tell me on that presser that he's still good. He still got it.
yeah,
That's
yeah, he
exactly.
falling off, man,
Yeah.
big time.
Now, with the last pick that Rock had in the second round, with the number 51 pick, Rock got wide receiver Justin Ross out of Cincinnati. Rock, what
Woo,
made you get that?
my God, yo, I love this dude since he was a freshman, man. Explosive. I mean, he been getting hit by the injury bug a lot in college, but when this dude is healthy and ready to rock, he's one of the most explosive players in college football. Big dude, speed, go up, get the football. He attacks the football like he's 6'8", 6'9". Whole time he's not small, but he's not as big as you think he is. But the dude he knows how to play the football in the air. Um,
Yeah.
He was one of Trevor Lawrence's favorite targets his freshman year. I mean, he helped them get to that natty. And I just love this dude on tape, man. He works hard. I mean, like I said, he fought through a few injuries, but hopefully by that time he'll be okay. You know what I mean, he'll be okay. But when this dude on the field, man, he's explosive. He's explosive. That's all you can say. He's better than a Greg Ward, J.J. Arthega, Whiteside, Jalen Rager. He'd come in and immediately probably be your third wide receiver, maybe even second, maybe even beating the Quez Watkins out. So I mean, I'll take a shot on him, man. I mean, you got to go through all the medical stuff, but I'll take a shot on this dude because he's gonna be a dog in the league.
Definitely, I love that Cincinnati team. You know, they got a lot of heart. The coach, great coach. You know, they came from where they were at to come into the BCS playoffs. A lot of teams didn't want them even in the playoffs. They showed that they can play with the big boys, and they had the right players. To come up to the task. But that was a great mock draft. Let me get to mine real quick before we get to Jerry's spectacular draft. Um, like Rock, I was double dipping in that Georgia tree. So with the first pick I had with number 15, I got defensive end Trayvon Walker. Like I said, man,
Mm,
that kid is the number one guy. He's been tearing it up big. This is what we all know what that Georgia line is like. Got them to the
mm-hmm.
national championship. That line themselves got them that national championship. Why wouldn't I want some championship caliber on my team? We did that last year. We did that Alabama. We got to do that with Georgia now. And with that second pick in the first round, the number 16 pick, like I said, I'm double dipping. I'm going to get the defensive lineman, Devontae Watt. Again, his presence is ridiculous. He's a big man. I barely say high motor, but he actually has a high motor. He's constantly in the backfield, constantly disrupting the run game. That's someone I think that, like you said, Fletcher Cox has not been playing up to par. This is a man that, that can easily take his place. And again, we're using these first 3 round picks. We need to. With the third and last pick in the first round, the number 19 pick, I got the guy that everyone has been clamoring to get. We've all said his name. I'll say it one more time. Linebacker out of Utah, Devin Walker. You know, Howie has ignored the linebacker position for far too long. We've
Far too
seen
long.
when we've seen even in the third round when we got someone in Jordan Hicks, it works out. With this talent, there aren't that many talented linebackers. Yeah, you got those linebacker slash defensive ends. That's on that side. But again, when you're talking about a pure linebacker, you don't get any better than Devin Lloyd. Going forward in that second round, we all talked about the issues we're having with Miles Sanders. So I thought it's time to shore that up with the best running back in college football, with Kenneth Walker out of Michigan State. I think he's a solid running back. Physical. We talked about Fournette. He's in that mold. Physical, fast, he catch in the backfield. He can pretty much do it all. And the one thing I like about him is he's good at blocking. For rookies, that's something that we're going to need. That's what gets you started. If you can't block, you're not going to play. You got that taken care of. So I think he'll be an instant starter. Um, for me, I'm going to dip back into the defensive end in the third round, maybe third pick. I'm going to get Boy Mafia out of Minnesota, the defensive end. Had a great year. Tore it up. He was the number one player on that defensive line in Minnesota. He's pretty much kept that defense relevant. Going forward with the fourth pick, it's the guy that Gio had with the number 121 pick, 50 out of Illinois, Kirby Joseph. Kirby Joseph is a spectacular player. Right now in college
Yeah.
football, he's probably ranked, I would say it could be an argument between third and fourth. You know what I mean? He's great, smart kid, good size, good speed, ball hawk. That's someone that I think that would help us, especially with our sorry safety position. We don't know if McLeod's coming back. We don't know if we're resigning Harris, but we got to shore up that safety position somehow. And if we have to, we
Did
have
you
to rely
guys
on. But
did you guys see the Joseph interview that dude had on our Twitter our Twitter feed?
Oh, you talking about Hunter? That he put him up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hunter
yeah.
had
Hunter
a
was the one
oh,
that
an
put up the
interview.
video. Yeah, so that's
Dude,
why.
check
That's
it
what I was
out.
saying. Yeah, yeah. I gotta check
yeah,
that
yeah,
out.
yeah. Oh, that's right. I thought you were just saying on Twitter saying
Yeah.
doing that, but yeah, Hunter had a great interview. Check that out, guys. When you can, check out Hunter's page. And subscribe too, man. Throw a like, comment on this stuff, man. How about Eagles content creators? Let's get it. But yeah, going forward, yeah, Kirby Joseph, like I said, great safety out of Illinois. I'm pretty sure he was a 3 year starter. He was a junior coming out. The kid's ready, he's prime. Like I said, great size. In the fifth round with the 152nd pick, dipping back in the defensive line because, like I said, our D line needs a lot of help. It doesn't hurt to have as many good talented players as possible. So I'm gonna get North Farrell out of LSU. Excuse me, is he out of LSU? Yeah, out of LSU. Great big physical guy again. Another presence, Milton Williams type. He can do it all. He can probably even play in too. But again, that's something that we like. We like all around players. In the fifth round again with the 160th pick, we still don't know what's going on with Jason Kelsey. We don't want to move Landon Dickerson. We have Sayamalu. We all know Nate Herbig is not the guy. So I thought we should, try the center out of Kentucky, Luke Fortner. He was great in the Senior Bowl. He held his own. He got a lot of people looking at him now. And also, a lot of people talking about Linderbaum in the first round. I don't think a center in the first round is a wise pick to make. I don't know what center in the first round, has helped their team get to anywhere. You can find quality centers in later rounds. We have a quality center that we found in later round in the sixth round in Jason Kelsey. So there are good centers that you can pick
Best
up.
center in football.
And so let's be honest, Linderbaum is a good player, but I won't say he's the best. And again, he does have a little injury issue, so I'm not gonna waste my time in the first round pick with the center.
No.
I can find that later on, like I did now.
GMs lose their job making picks like that.
Yeah,
exactly.
And we could move Sayamalu to center if that.
If need be, and we all know that Landon Dickerson has been outplaying him, and also if you have Sayamalu in that center position, that's a big line.
Yeah,
that's a 300+ line.
Yeah,
this is a big boy. The Eagles aren't used to that. We're used to smaller guys. So I think it would benefit us. Now in the fifth round, this is probably what I think is probably my best pick with the 164. Cornerback out of LSU, Cordell Light, or Flock, how do you say his last name? He's a great cornerback. May have some character issues, whatever, but when he's on the field, he's shining. I think out of all the cornerbacks, he's probably 9th or 8th ranked in the country. That's not bad, what I'm saying? Like I said, college stats don't always translate into the NFL. But we know the conference he's in the SEC. He's competing every week. He got the size, he got the numbers. I think he would translate well in the Eagles. And we're not going out our way for a stretch. He's in the fifth round. I think that'll be a great value pick. And lastly, the sixth pick with the 204. We have some issues. We don't know what's going on with our tackle position. So I thought we'd shore that up with Brian Van Bennett out of UConn. He's been an anchor on that line. I saw a play. He's very good. We don't know what the health is going to be with Lane Johnson going forward. Also with I want to say Landon Dickerson, but also our backup for Lane Johnson, the right tackle that we got out of Auburn. I can't remember his name right now. He escapes me. The young boy is injury prone for the most part, so we got to shore up that right tackle position. But all in all, I think the defense it's shored up. We got another running back. I think that would work out for us. But let me get to the mock draft that I've been waiting for. It's last but certainly not least. My guy Jerrylee, he went all out for this. Now, mind you, I'm not going to give you a 7th-round mock. I'm not even going to give you a 3rd-round mock. We're just going to talk about the first round. That's how exciting this is. So my guy Jerrylee, do us the honors. Let us know what you're going to do.
Well, there's a trade coming in for the first pick to the Eagles.
Let them know what they're going to give up. Let them know what the trade details will be.
All right, so we're giving up our pick, the first the 15 for that, and a 3rd-rounder for the first.
I know next year. Yeah.
And we're gonna get Adrian Hutchinson. Boom, edge rusher out of Michigan. What's up? I know it sounds like unrealistic, but why
not give up more than that to get that dude?
I know, and I know it sounded unrealistic, but it went. So what the hell?
Don't blame him, blame PFF for those sorry ass trade acceptance.
Right. And then another trade coming in on the line for number 2.
Oh,
yeah. So I gave up, the other number 1, 16 pick, and around 2 for next year. For this pick, I got Kyle Hamilton. Booyah! Yes, sir. Safety. And then my next pick, I went with it's number 19. I went with Devin Lloyd. So
I like that though. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah.
If you can pull that off, I wouldn't even be mad. I would not be mad at all. You got Hutchinson, you got Hamilton, and you got Devin Lloyd.
Yep.
I would not be mad at that.
That right there changes our
The
whole
whole
team.
dynamic of your team. It
Yeah,
changed the whole
yeah,
dynamic.
dude, we have the most disgusting defense on the earth with those picks. But yeah, then I went uh 51 pick. I got Jalen Petrie,
Yeah, dude,
quarterback.
that's a nice pick. That's a nice pick.
Yeah,
He wasn't available on my draft, but he was literally on the board right there, bro. If he wasn't there, bro.
nice cornerback. Really nice cornerback. And then 83rd, I got Kirby Joseph.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you,
yep,
man.
yep,
Solid, solid. Keep it going. If you got him,
yep,
keep it going.
yep,
Solid.
I
yep.
like this draft. I like
One,
this.
one, 121, James Cook, running
Mm,
back.
Woo!
Booyah!
mm.
And then we went to 152. We got the center, Luke Fortner.
Hey,
All
Solid
right,
solid.
pick.
because we're
Solid
gonna need
pick.
that center. You know what I mean? And then 160, we got another linebacker, Jack Sanborn. He's pretty good. Good
Yeah, his stock is
linebacker.
rising.
Yeah,
Yep.
Wisconsin. And then 184, I got a wide receiver, Christian Watson, out of
North
North
Dakota
Dakota
State.
State.
North Dakota State.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
Signed at the Super Bowl.
my last pick was 204, another edge rusher, Myron Tugaviola Amosa. That's my last pick.
Listen,
Edge
Jerry
rusher.
Lee, sir, I give you a round of applause. That was a spectacular
You get
draft.
an A
You
plus for
know,
that one, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
that's
Yeah,
why I said,
Definitely
like,
man.
get an A
again,
plus.
it was
If I
down
was
to certain
GM, come
lotteries.
on.
Listen, if you were able to pull off those two trades in the first round and literally get Hutchinson and Hamilton, that would be insane.
Yeah,
That
just
would
those two
like
picks.
I think right after the draft, Jeffrey Lurie would have a contract waiting for Howie, just like, man, it's all you. I'm gonna give you 6 years. It's uncalled for, but I'm gonna do it just for that. Because
Right.
let's be honest, if we were to have those three players, again, we all know this is just a mock draft, but if we were to have those three pieces, those are three cornerstones.
Hmm.
Each
Y'all know what
individual
F does
themselves
though?
are cornerstones to the defense.
Y'all know what F does? The Dolphins start winning. If they ain't ever
Yeah,
start
that's
winning,
too
we
much
would
right
have like a
there.
top 5 pick, man. For
Yeah, I was
sure.
gonna say, we probably have like the sixth, fourth in that range.
Damn you, Brian Flores.
I was sick when they started winning. I was like, yo,
Yeah,
what y'all
dude.
winning for? Y'all
Yeah,
messed the whole
stop.
plan up. Like,
Yeah.
It
especially
did,
if we
but
would have stayed with a bad record, it would have been crazy, man. We would have been picking so
We
high
definitely would have had that
on both
lineup.
picks.
I like the fact that
That
we only
lineup
had
would
six
have been there
players.
for the taking. Yep.
But I like that little block we have, that 15, 16, we got that locked down. That's what I'm saying. You could play with that, and then you're not that far off at 19.
Right.
I,
Yeah.
that's, that's
Yep.
I liked it
That's true.
before we did. I think it was before the Colts started winning and doing their thing. We had a scenario where we had like a good three picks locked up. Like it
Yeah.
was like one after
In
one
top
after
10.
one.
Yep.
And if
All in
that
top
scenario would
10.
have played out, it would really be insane. I'm pretty sure we'd have a Stingley Jr. We probably have a good two edge rusher and a defensive lineman.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
definitely.
That was crazy, man.
It'd be crazy, but there's
I'm
a lot
thinking
of
about it
scenarios.
now. Like, damn, we would have had 3 top 10 picks. 3.
Heck yeah.
It would have been hard to pay all them dudes, though, man. So, I mean, I ain't mad. I ain't mad.
Hey,
It would have been hard to pay all them dudes.
if anything, Les Snead has taught us, worry about that later. Try to
Yeah,
win
Right.
now.
that's some
Draft
Worry
pick.
pick.
Worry
about
Yeah,
about
that
it
later.
draft
later. Yep.
now. Huh?
Kick
Yep.
that can down
Draft
the
Draft
now.
pick.
road.
Worry
Worry
about it
later.
later.
So,
That's
Yeah.
fellas,
fact.
we've hit an hour and a half. I want to say thank you, Rock, for coming through. Gio, my guy, thank you
You
so much for
already know.
coming through.
You
Jerry
already,
Lee, as
yeah.
always, man, it's a great show with you. But, fellas, let the people know where they can find you. Rock, I'll start off with you.
I mean, you already know it's your boy One Trey Rock. I mean, you can find me on the BGN Network. 1/4 for Birds of Broad Street, one half Birds on the Line. You can find me every Friday night, late night from the cave with AK Eagle. I mean, I'll be around, man. Hit me up on Twitter, same name. Um, I appreciate doing this with y'all, man. You
Yeah,
already
it was
know
fun.
whenever I get an
Yes,
opportunity to
sir.
pull up, I pull up. So I mean,
Yeah,
whenever y'all want me to come back, man, I'm always available, man. I appreciate y'all for having me on here.
man, thank you for coming through. And definitely, we will be reaching out to you. Gio, my guy, let the people know where they can find you.
Y'all already know the deal. Y'all already know the vibes. It's your boy Gio from the 215. Y'all can find me at Gio from the 215, but with the @ sign now because of my old account got hacked into. couldn't get it back, but whatever.
Damn Russians.
Yeah, it's just gonna make me grind harder. You already know. But yeah, I appreciate being here with y'all again. Especially with Rock. He's very electric dude right there. And yeah, whenever bro, shoot me a message, man. If it ain't too busy with my schedule with the logo making and all that, bro, I'll come in, man.
Definitely, definitely. And listen, everybody, check out next week. Gio's going to have a nice roundtable. We're going to get into this discussion on, the Jalen Hurts front, the Russell Wilson front. These Eagles content creators, we're going to clash, we're going to collide. So stay tuned. That's going to be next week, I believe Saturday, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, Saturday. We'll do it Saturday. Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Come through. And again, listen, if you can't, come to my guy's channel. Those Russians are out there hacking everything. They got us. They got one of our own. Help them out. Support. Go out there. Subscribe to the
Appreciate it.
channel. Watch the video if you can. Hit that like. And please, throw a comment. Helps out the algorithm. But thank you for coming through, fellas. Jerry Lee. Let the fine people know where they can find you.
Right here. I'm always right here with you. But that's it, man. That's all we got.
Yeah, man. And listen, like always say, everyone in the chat, everyone that came through, everyone that will come and watch it, I appreciate you for taking the time out, just to hear us, with our thoughts. This is a little show that we started off. We hope we're able to entertain you. But the real reason why we do this is so we can chop it up with friends that we have now, get that Eagles talk going on and get that good conversation. But like I always say, you know who it is. It's Vic3. You see me in the chat. You'll always find me with my guys supporting great Eagles content. You'll catch me with AK Eagles Uncensored, Philly Foothills on the East Meets West podcast every Wednesday night. You will catch me with my guy, Jerry Lee, every Saturday. We might make this a thing where it's at 6 o'clock, depending. You know what I mean? Saturday night live. But you catch me with my guy, Jerry Lee, here on the Big Ticket. The postseason panel show, that's done for now, still in the season. So Papa got some breaks. But everybody out there watching, thank you for coming through. Have a great night. Fellas, again, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. And to everyone out there, man, like I said, have a great night. It's been a great show. Peace.
All right, peace,
Hey.
brother.